Hello, beautiful souls. I am Awakened Soul, and today we're going to be reviewing Bitcoin and setting it up for our next trade. We're going to start on our weekly today and turning on higher high, lower low, just to guide us on where to set some trend lines. Okay, so we're going to do one touch, two touches, as this is our major resistance at this time. Weekly is orange, and our support, we could say, from this low to this higher low, right? Beautiful. We're going to move into our daily. Within our daily, it's important to understand market structure, and it's a rinse and repeat game. So when I look at my daily, let me turn off my indicator here. I just want to focus on my contraction phase, and this is my contraction phase right now, right? This is my priority. Not whatever happened in the past, just this zone in general. A contraction phase is a sideways, boring movement. So, rinse and repeat, turn on higher high, lower low, and connect some trend lines and do a range, okay? So we're going to connect trend lines here really quick on our daily from this low to this higher low. And why did I choose those two like wicks? Because they're the closest ones to price action, right? I want to create that support that is close to price action. And my dailies are yellow. So if we were to break this support based on my one touch, two touch targets, this would be my daily bearish target at 22,781. Okay, so now that I did my trend line, I'm not going to put a resistance trend line because the monthly is there, and that monthly is stronger than the day. But I am going to set a range. And how do you find your range? You could use pivot highs and lows to use it, or turn on your higher high, lower low indicator. So I just turn both on, and just remember, this is price action, so you just worry about what's close to price action. So this is going to be my support for the day, and this is going to be my resistance, because it's telling us that the previous high was 29,870. Okay, so when we're getting closer and closer on what's happening within our price action. So now I have my range and I have my daily trend lines. I'm going to move into the 4 hours. So within the 4 hours, it's important for you to understand, again, market structure, right? So we came to a conclusion. This is a daily, right? A daily contraction phase, right? A daily boring contraction phase. This is another one, and this is another one. So within each contraction phase, within the daily, when you go to the 4 hours, you're going to find small contraction phases. So this is one, and again, sideways boring areas, right? So we have trend, contraction, trend up, contraction, trend, contraction. Now we trended down. Now this is a new contraction area. So on the 4 hours, you're just going to focus on your new contraction area. And it's important for you to understand that. Okay, so here in my 4 hours, what I'm going to do is same thing that I did on the daily. We're going to connect trend lines, and we're going to set our range. So turn on higher high, lower low indicator from this high to the most current high, and my 4 hours are green. So if we would break to the upside, or we would break this resistance trend line, my bullish target would be around 28.3. And if you're not following me on Twitter, you have to follow me, because I do apologize. I was on vacation with my mommy. It was Mother's Day. I just came back, so this is my first video after vacation. But I was keeping, or trying to keep, my Discord, my community in what's going on, right? I am awakened soul underscore 369. I do have a course and it's only $11, and that comes with a private Discord, and it's a one-time fee, and it's wonderful if you really want to learn technical analysis. But you know, I was giving my expectations on May 13. I was telling everybody that I'm expecting even May 12th, right? This was May 12th, just based on market structure and a trend line cross, right? I was like, okay, we're gonna get that lower high, and I honestly think we're here at that lower high. But just something to consider, guys. Follow me on Twitter. So anyhow, so this is my 4-hour bullish target in case we do cross this high, right? So we have to have a range. So this would be my high. So we had our 4-hour trend line, 4-hour range. This is 4-hour target. This is 4-hour high resistance. And what would be my support? Again, throw on your pivot highs and lows indicator so it could guide you. This would be my 4-hour low, because it's telling me this is your low. Okay. And anything else that we could throw in there? My trend lines, because we threw a resistance trend line, but where's my 4-hour support? So we're missing the 4-hour support. So this is my range, correct? So my 4-hour support is going to be from low one wick to another wick. Let me just confirm. Let me turn on my magnet here. Okay. So one touch, two touches, that makes it a support. Okay. Beautiful. So I have resistance, support, and my range, my 4-hour range right here. Another thing you have to consider is your 1226 EMAs. Those are the ones that I use. On the daily, we are bearish. Okay, 1226 EMAs are bearish. On the 4 hours, we just cross bullish. So something to consider. So I do have a bullish target for the 4 hours and bearish target. It would have to be, okay, let's assume this is the high, right? And we roll over, we cross the support. So my bearish target would be right here at 27. Okay. 1 hour. Let's go on the 1 hour now. Let's just fix this one. Okay, so on the 1 hour, what do we see? Like, this is a contraction phase. Do you see any patterns? Turn on higher high, lower low indicator, right? No emotions, just what do you see? We're seeing a rejection or on the 4-hour resistance, and we're seeing this, like, the price action moving to the upside, making it a possible rising wedge. You see that? So rising wedges tend to break to the downside, so something to consider on the 1 hour. So this would be my high, same as 4 hours. This would be my high for the 1 hour, and this would be my support, right? So if we break this, so I see how we're getting closer and closer to price action, to take that trade, to make that call, to make that decision of what's happening. So now that we're here, price action is coming down, but technically we're still in a bullish. So I have my resistance, and I'm going to do a support 1 hour, 1 touch, 2 touches. I never ever use a live candle, so don't do trend lines on a live candle, let it be. And I use it on the strong list. So the reason I chose this higher low was because it's guiding me. So this is a rising wedge that broke to the downside, and that target would be right here. This is blue. Okay, let's get closer on the 30 minutes. Technically, we're still bullish. EMAs have not crossed. And in the 30 minutes, you can set your range too. This is your support right here. It's telling you this is your support. So if we break the support, it's just giving you more confluence. That's keeping, it's breaking structure. The rising wedge is breaking to the downside. 15 minutes, we are bearish now as 1226 EMA's cross. So, you know, this is the assessment that you need to make. Look at your RSI. Do we have bullish, bearish divergence? And I do want to show you that we do have bearish divergence as price action is going up here, right? We can see price action coming down, giving us that bearish divergence. So that's just another confluence for me to take that short and where to enter, right? So right now, this is my support, major support. I like to also use the sessions indicator. Sydney just started. So this is going to be my range right here. This is my high. And it's confluence for the New York point of control. And this is my low. And like I said, everything seems bearish. So most likely we're going to come down to 27.028. And that is my 4-hour first target. That's it. Yeah. And this is how I assess the charts and how I get into like price action. And that's the key, like to just focus on what's happening now. Let the noise leave, forget about everything else, just focus on what's happening right now, right? So confirm, look at your RSIs. You want to enter a short at lower highs. So we have a high, we have a low, right? So the best ideal, right, it would have been here. This would have been the retest. Now we're here. So what we want to see is, you know, we want to see this range break, right? Either this way in continuation to the downside, if that makes sense, right? And stop loss should be risk management should be considered. My stop loss is usually at previous highs when I'm taking a short. I'm not losing more than $10. So that's something that you definitely need to learn about, risk management. I only play with 10% of my bag, and it helps me with my risk management. But yeah, I'm a technical analyst and I show you how to chart the charts, and that's my specialty. So yeah, that's what I'm seeing, guys. May the force be with you. Rising wedges breaking to the downside right now. Like I said, my first target 26.927 is my first target right now, and it does look like we're coming down just based on this divergence. And more than anything, on my hourly expectations, 30 is a good number to use, by the way, when you're using this indicator. Okay, I'm going to erase everything. But just based on market structure, for this to continue to the downside, right, we had to expect a lower high. And then, right, and the lower highs is where you want to fish for a short. This is the entries to get in shorts, right? And to get into long, you want to get into longs at lows. So may the force be with you. Do everything with love. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter, because I'm always updating, doing the most on Twitter at awakensoul_369. Thank you so much, and I love you guys.